Welcome. I'm Todd Rose, and I'm honored and privileged to be the President and CEO of VNA Care. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate our extraordinary nurses, rehabilitation therapists, social workers, home health aides, and all of our employees who support them. They are incredibly dedicated to our patients' families, and to improving the health of our community. They're true heroes, and they live our mission to provide the right care and kindness and compassion every day for every person we serve. I would also like to extend my gratitude to another group of heroes, our generous donors and supporters of this year's virtual Celebration of Caring benefit. Your partnership has sustained us throughout the pandemic and is critical as we move forward together to care for all those in need. Every day, VNA Care's clinicians are a lifeline for people who want to remain in the safety and familiar surroundings of their home. Despite complex or chronic health conditions, we do this on a daily basis. And for those facing life-limiting illness, our palliative care and hospice programs bring comfort and care that enable patients and loved ones to focus on living life to its fullest. Our beautiful Rose Monahan Hospice Home is another incredible resource made possible through your charitable support. And it's for individuals and families seeking a peaceful home-like setting and compassionate care during their end-of-life journey. It's a testament to the work of VNA Care's nurses and clinicians that so many donors have given generously to this year's Celebration of Caring, including our wonderful sponsors who sustain our mission and make our mission possible. It is my honor to recognize and thank our presenting sponsors, Marsh McClellan Agency, Mutual of America, and UMass Memorial, and our inspired leader sponsors, Lenny and Charlie Monahan. And to all our sponsors and supporters of Celebration of Caring, your partnership is greatly appreciated. I also want to extend my deepest gratitude to the Worcester Area Community Cabinet, a group of volunteers who are invested in the health of our community and who so thoughtfully plan this benefit. Our fundraising efforts are more important now than ever before to meet the needs of the most vulnerable members of our community. As you learn more about the impact of charitable giving, I hope you will give your support. Every donation makes a difference. Please enjoy our virtual Celebration of Caring event. Thank you.
Received care 3 times from the agency, twice for myself for hip replacements in 2019. I had both my hips done. I also received care just recently from my son Jack. He was in a head-on dirt bike collision, needing extensive care, and the VNA was there to help me, give me the confidence and the reassurance I needed to care for my son. His injuries were extensive. And he's still healing. He's still at home healing from this, and it'll probably be about a year before he's able to go back to work. He broke every single bone in his face. They are replaced with plates. The nurse that came in, Melissa Mantha, gave me an incredible amount of knowledge to be able to care for him. He was on 10 different medications. He has scars from ear to ear, under his eyes, above his eyes. His jaw was wired shut. We spent some time with the nutritionist, her explaining how to feed him properly, to make sure his calories were big enough so that he went into the hospital at 170 pounds, he came out 130. So I had to increase his calorie intake to get him strong, And the VNA and the people that work here helped me to do that. And I am incredibly thankful for that. And I'm still thankful for it. The same physical therapist that saw me for my hips also came to the house and worked with Jack because he broke his foot and his hand as well. He wouldn't have gotten out of the hospital as soon as he did if I didn't have a home health agency to come to my home. And luckily, I worked for the VNA, and they came and they were able to help him. And his recovery is amazing. What he's doing is great, and he's on his way. He looks a little bit like Rocky Balboa, but he's gonna be okay. So I can't say enough about this agency and how important home health care is. It truly did help me. I was able to figure out all the medications, like I said, the nutrition that he took, and just giving me the confidence to know that I was doing the right job by my son. But it's nice to know if you have someone that you love in your family, or someone significant to you, or yourself, and you're in pain, that you do have an agency that will come into your home. The services that we provide are really important, and I truly do believe that. And I've seen it 3 times in my own home, and I'm so glad that I was able to have them, truly.
Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm a volunteer here at the Rose Monahan facility, and I've been volunteering approximately 4 years. Many years ago, my sister was here and died of bladder cancer, and I saw the care and the love that was given to her, and I wanted to return that back. I come in with no set thoughts. It has to be whatever the need is for that day. It could be where I'm helping in the kitchen because they're backlogged in the kitchen. It could be where I'm doing laundry for the most part. Wherever the need is where I'm at. But for the most part, is for the people that come in. That's where I love to be. It's truly, truly a beautiful place, and it's authentic with the love and care that they all get, whether you're social, not social. We meet them where they're at. It's a privilege and an honor for me to be a part of this special family. Mm-hmm. And I do call them my family. It's my family away from family. And I have to say that I get thanked all the time. And they're very grateful for all the volunteers here. And they make sure to say something. And I guess I have to be humble to take that in, but I don't need the thanks. I'm getting, I don't think people really realize all that I'm getting. It's true. I wish I could find a word to tell my friends, to tell people that, why do you do that? Because everybody thinks you're giving of all your time and they don't even pay you. What I'm getting in return, money can't even compare. Money cannot even. That this special time I get to be. And again, I just love this home.
I'm Linda Haddad. I'm a former visiting nurse, and I didn't realize that I would be using the VNA for care. In 2015, Thursday, I was rushed to the hospital with a heart attack. But right away, I knew the VNA was going to be in my house to take care of me. I had a nursing, I had physical therapy, I had OT. But I think the part of it also, in the sense of the visiting nurse, it was helpful to my family because they would be, the visiting nurse coming in was supportive for my family and myself. And I didn't realize after that I got much better because of them. And then the following year I had some surgery and I had the VNA come in again. They came in to take care of me, do all the things that was necessary to, and I was much better. So this is my story, and I'm sure it's a story of some other families with the VNA coming to take care of them. Because I look at it this way also, is the fact that people want to be taken care of in their home. They tend to get better. The visiting nurse comes in, they bring all their talents and everything else to care for them. And I know many friends who have had the VNA. And I think I've also been in a position where someone was in a tough situation where they were hospitalized or something and they didn't know what they were going to do with the person coming home. And I would say to them, call the VNA, because they will be able to take care of that person in the home professionally and caring. I consider it, they provide care, but they also provide caring. And that, I think, was the most important part to think about.
Good evening. I am so happy to be here with you today. My name is Jennifer Galata, and I'm a clinical services manager in the Worcester office with VNA Care. My team consists of nurses and rehab clinicians who are providing direct patient care with our patients in their home. A big part of my role as clinical manager is to help foster the collaboration between all the members of my team to ensure that we're providing a high level of care in an efficient manner. Our mission is to help our patients live their best lives safely in their homes, and also for our patients who are just coming home after hospital and rehab stays, that we're able to help them on their path to recovery that very first visit we make with them in their home. As you might imagine, to accomplish all of this, it takes a lot of support and true team effort. It is my honor to be able to introduce to you Carol Jones, who is the head of our Wound and Ostomy Care Nurse Program here at VNA Care. Carol is a tireless educator, tremendous and valuable resource, and huge supporter of our clinicians. Her work helps ensure that our clinicians have just what they need to be able to provide that seamless level of care. I can tell you firsthand the impact Carol's work has made on my team in preventing and minimizing any delays in care, that especially with our most vulnerable wound care patients in those first few start of care visits. And now I will allow Carol to provide more detail about her initiative, and thank you on behalf of my team for your support of the great work we do in our community.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Carol Jones. I am the Wound, Ostomy, Continence Nurse Team Manager for the VNA, and I'm going to talk with you about our Fund the Need. So the Fund the Need this year is to provide bag stock for our nurses. So what does that mean? Well, obviously you can see the bag, and in the bag will be a blood pressure cuff, a stethoscope, a thermometer, an oxygen monitor, and, in my opinion, most importantly, wound care supplies. So we then have everything that we need when we walk into a patient's house to do a great assessment and to start their care from that very first day. As you can imagine, we have many patients who come home from the hospital with wounds, and they come home without supplies. And we want to be able to provide the very best care starting on that very day. What does that do? It gives us patient satisfaction. It gives us nurse satisfaction, because nurses are always happy if they can provide the very best care for their patients. And it enables us to start the best wound care on that day, which means they're going to heal more quickly, and we are going to give them the very best care that we can. So to provide for a bag is about $250. So for every donation of $250, we will be able to offer a bag to a nurse. So let me give you a couple examples of patients that I have been able to help from the very first visit because of the supplies that have been donated to our bags through people like you. So I actually had a patient last week that I went to see who had a significant trauma wound on her leg. She's very elderly, has dementia, her family is caring for her, and they didn't really know what to do for these wounds. And I walked in, made it an assessment of the wounds, what she really needed. And because of the filled bag stock, I was able to give her exactly what she needed on that very first visit and teach the family how to do it. I already called them this morning and they already told me the wound is making progress because I was able to start the right care on the very first day. Another patient that I went to see had very significant leg wounds, entire leg open, weeping. He needed what we call compression, which is a wrap that goes around the leg that takes down the swelling and heals it. Once again, I had those in my bag stock and I was able to start the care from the very first visit I was there with an MD order, of course. And within 2 weeks, his legs were almost healed because I was able to start the care on the very first visit, the right care for that patient, and it made such a difference for him, and he was thrilled, and so were we. Thank you so much for whatever you were able to donate today and help our staff and our patients get the very best care from the very first visit. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Karen Weber, Director of Fund Development. It is my privilege to be surrounded by so many dedicated and generous individuals, including all of you. Together, we are making a difference in bringing home health and hospice care to so many patients and families across the communities we serve. I am so grateful. I know we had hoped to be together for the celebration of Caring Benefit, but for one more year, it was important that we transition to a virtual program. On behalf of the entire organization, I send our deepest gratitude to all our event sponsors and kind donors. You truly make this event the success it is. I also want to send a heartfelt thank you to the Worcester Community Cabinet volunteers. They do an incredible job bringing this program to all of you year after year. If you have not yet made your Celebration of Caring gift, please consider doing so. You can text VNA Cares to 44321 or visit www.vanacare.org/Worcester. Again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022.